Welcome to Free Fall RC Podcast.
Alright, so here's my components I'm going to be putting in the alley. Right off the bat, I guess we'll kind of work from the motor, which is servos and 5 units. So again, Xnova, XCS, 45, 35, 460 kV motor. It'll be perfect for 7S setup, 14S setup, maybe 7S with low head speed. Right, nice thick foam protector. We got the stickers here. We have motor bullets. And then we have this monster motor. Alright. Yeah, this is a big motor. This is, I think this is the biggest motor I've purchased for a helicopter. Okay, here's a closer look at the Xnova XCS. 45, 35, 460. Got some thick wires in there. We have a Hobbywing 200. Amp. Now, if you ever purchased a 160, I run the 160s in the Mikado 700, Logo 700, and the Goblin 700 now. And the packaging is really nice, so nice to kind of show everyone. Alright, so we have the main package, sleeve comes off, and then you take the top off here. Oops. This is supposed to be in here. So it's two-part. Top. Open that up. And let's take a look in here. So we have the fan. Nice aluminum plate here. Fan cover. That's nice looking. Definitely nicer than the 160. We have a user manual, and then we have a bunch of Hobbywing stickers. Okay, so here's the ESC. Wow, it's pretty big. It's a lot taller than the 160. I noticed. Cooling fins are a lot stacked up higher. I think the ESC overall is probably about the same height. This portion, maybe a little taller. Nice 10 gauge wire. Nice length of servo leads. We have your 3 and your RPM out. And then 10 gauge motor wires here. It's nice. It's going to look amazing on the alley from the front. One thing I noticed that's different is that the fan comes with this nice shroud. Aluminum. Nice detail work in there. It's just a standard 6-volt fan. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the fan on here. The heatsink, what I was mentioning before, that the heatsink is much higher than the 160. And the overall ESC is probably taller too. Doesn't seem that much taller, but you can see it's 14 amp, 200 amp. Should look pretty nice with this fan on here. And that plugs in right here on the side, which is nice. Alright. Take a look at the batteries since they're right in front of me. Okay, so these are a Pulse 45C 5000 with 14S, 2 7S pack, sandwiched there together. If you ever bought stick packs, they pretty much look the same. I did bring these are the 5000 12S packs, just to kind of compare. And if I were to sandwich it in the strip, little bit higher, I guess, you know. One additional cell on top. Overall width is all the same. So, 10 gauge wires. You got your 7S connector here. So there's 8 wires here. Very nice. I like pulse packs. They're just personal preference. I like the green. I don't know. Okay. V-bar. V-bar Neo. If you fly helicopters, I know a lot of people stand by all the other fly-bars units, but I really do enjoy the simplicity, the control of it, being able to tune everything from the radio. It's great. So let's just open this up here. This is my first Neo that's the white one. Felt like getting something different for this since there's a lot of white on that heli. Might as well get a nice white one to match that. So this is the one with the V-Link built in, the receiver built in. So this is all I need as far as a receiver and fly-bars unit. Comes with a cable here, a USB cable, and this is used to, you know, update the firmware. If you want to get Pro Rescue. Defaultly, these only come with the Express software. So, you know, to unlock Rescue and then the Pro features, setting-wise, you know, you have to upgrade it. It is about, I think, 99 euros, about $100. There's some double-sided tape. It's all pretty standard stuff now, so I don't really need to open this. This is very, you know, you wire one end to the ESC, one end to the battery. Usually I cut the plastic off, the shrink wrap, the default one, and I unsolder, leaving the one end for my battery connectors, which I go next. But the other end, I unsolder and solder the ESC leads right to this. So I don't have so much wires and so many solder joints. Kind of clean it up. And the battery ID system. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it on this heli. I only have 2 battery packs. It's not too much to select battery 1 or battery 2, like I do with my Mikado and my Goblin. So I only have 2 battery packs of this size. But I figured during the sale I might as well pick one up. I might put this in my Goblin 380 because I had 4 or 5 packs for that. And you know, it doesn't seem like it weighs much, so it shouldn't add too much to it. But it's pretty cool. So battery ID tag system, and with this you basically get voltage, current, you get all the sensors. So if your batteries are starting to get old and you know you're pushing hard on the collector, you know, your battery sags. While sagging, if it hits a certain voltage that you set, it'll give you an alarm on the V control, which is nice. As far as the battery ID is, once you have the UI sensor, you can basically you have to tell the V control what battery is in there. So you can determine, you know, battery derivation. Each flight kind of, you know, reduces the capacity of a battery. So with that, with this and this, you can basically, you know, put these little tags on it and program it saying that this is battery 1. Plug it in, it automatically picks the battery for you, and then it keeps track of it. So it also logs your batteries, logs your flights to your battery count, right? So that's cool. Before I go to Servos, I'm going to open up the RC Pro Plus. You know, a lot of people like their Deans. I can't stand them. A lot of people like Castle, the 6.5 mil. Those handle more amps, I believe. But these connectors were one of the easiest connectors to unsolder, resolder, just to solder at all. So there, you know, these are the 2 parts. You have one that kind of sleeves into another. So you have kind of the female and the male side here. And the way these connectors work is, here's some of the, I think they're 6mm bullets, and they have a little like lip here. And it's hard to see in the video, but they actually click in, so you know it's connected. They don't pull apart easy by itself, but they pull apart easy if you want them to. So with the battery connector, you have your red and your black covers here.
you basically slide the wire through. You know, you have a nice big opening here to solder. You also have a little hole here to make sure that you can get solder all around your wires inside the bullet. And then basically when you pull the wire through, there's a little indent here, and then these little clips clip on. And what's good is that you can actually undo these clips, pull the wire back out, unsolder them, and reuse them. So I find these much easier than castles. I can never get the wire pulled through. EC5s, I had trouble, not soldering them, but if I ever wanted to reuse them, you know, like a battery went bad and I tried to reuse it, it was pretty much impossible for me. So these were the best connectors. They are a little pricey, like I said before, but I mean, I don't know. Ease of soldering, you know, when you match them up properly, so the male and female side, there's no way of connecting the battery incorrectly, which is good. Let me see if I could kind of show you the way to click in. So you put them together, and yeah, right there, you hear it. And then see, like I'm having trouble without the connector, the housing, but you can hear that nice indent click. I don't know if that's coming out on the video, but I can sure hear it now. I can't pull this apart. So that's good too. They don't pull apart easy without the covers on them. With the covers, you get a nice grip on them. Right. And the reasons why I run the S6 compared to some folks that run the D6 is that on my ESC, I just want to have two connectors coming out of it. I just want two wires coming out of my ESC. And what I do is, on my battery packs, I have individual ones too. So on the pulse ones, they're yellow. So this is your negative and your positive. And this is your negative and positive on the other pack. And you can connect them, nice click, pull apart, you know, and then you only have two leads going to your ESC. It's nice and easy. With the stick packs, you don't have to run extension, which is good too. And you know, I use the orange, so I could tell that these are positive and negative by the housing itself. Right? Positive and negative. But then when I go positive to negative for the series connection, I have these yellow tabs, these orange tabs on it, so I know that the orange go together. Then I have my black and my red. So let's take a look at these DK servos. I'm going to open one of the side clips, no point opening the other two, it's going to be the same. I run BKs and all my homies. I know they're not here, they're not the best and this and that, but I mean, for my flying style, they perform well. I got these at a great price, so I really couldn't say no to it. Alright, so standard BK design, like their 8002s that I run in my Goblin and my Mikado. These are the 7002s. I don't know. First time trying these, so I have no idea how they perform, but I do like the 8002s in my other LEs. They are a bit noisy for servos. I think it's the digital coreless design. It just kind of makes a little noise, but you don't hear them when you fly, so it doesn't really matter.
Alright, and here's a closer look at the 7002, DS7002 HV. It was real nice on that.
What I like is these plastic cases. Good for like storing bolts and screws and stuff later on. And when I got my 8002s, they came in this type of plastic, and you know, once you open them up, you pretty much throw them away. There's no point keeping them. But those plastic cases I will keep for spare bolts and stuff. Let's open this up. So this is 7002. No, sorry, 7006. Looks very similar to the 8005 I have tail servo, except that the middle part is all silver instead of being red with like the cutaways being silver. Looks nice. narrows in. I think, yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
7000, matching up to 7002 is the tail servo. 7006. Nice red. Little, like I was saying, was a little different than the 8005, which the fins are closer to how the blue and then the inside part is silver. Well, this the whole thing, the whole center portion of the servo case is silver. So, pretty cool looking. I want to thank Matt and Amy Bodos again. They got me a replacement frame for the cracked one. So,
Alright. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve again from Freefall RC Podcast. Subscribe to us, take a look at our, listen to our podcast. It's Freefall RC Podcast. You find us on Podbean, you'll find us on iTunes. And you can go to freefallrcpodcast.com and come check us out. Thanks.